Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Mobile App Coaching. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Last trading day of the week, and yes, I'm starting a new thing called Fedora Friday. I've only got 3 fedoras, though. Got to get a couple more. So with that being said, if you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I'm wondering how many people got alerts today. We're working on that. Sing the blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Market's going down. Listen to what I'm putting down. All right, that's the blues. That's enough blues for today. There you go, Jazz. I sang a little bit of blues for you today with my, I know, Skyper. We're working on it. Something is going on with our alerting system. And so we are working on that. I know Joey in the background was trying to help out some people here to help us with our alerts. It's affecting our videos as well. It's affecting our videos as well as far as people getting the alerts for the videos. I had some contras today. Sheesh, the market is bloody. So Johnny, how many of you are part of the Jockey Club? How many of you are part of the Jockey Club? Just type a 1 in the room. I want to see what the portfolio looks like. If you did get it here in Canada. Robert did get it. I got my email alert. Thanks, says Badger. So I guess we're working on trying to figure out what the flying flip is going on. Just real quick, I'm looking at our portfolio that I got in today. We're up over 1%. You can't see the screen because it's a different screen. But thank you for that, Fitz. SOXS, since we got it this morning, we're up 3.25%. SQQQ, we're up over 3%. UVXY, we're up over 12%. So the contras that I got us into for the Jockey Club, we're up overall about 1.25%. I'm going to see how the market fills out for the day. Market's still going down. I am using, as far as managing the contra ETFs that we got in our Jockey Club portfolio today, I am managing it with the 3 and 8 crossover, 3 and 8 EMA crossover on the VVC. As soon as that crosses up, I'm taking all of those contras off the table. They wear those fedoras when they go to the Jockey Club? No, on the Jockey Club, I'm usually not on camera. On the Jockey Club, I'm usually not on camera. Ain't nothing going on in the markets except the rent. There you go, Tabula. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. How many people are here? It doesn't show. Is that it right there? Right there, Koo?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Man, only 55 people? Sigh. That makes me sad. All right, so, but you guys should know when we do the webcast, the live stream for the mobile app. So 66 here, I see. Man. Oh, well, again, the alert, we're working on it. Is the Jockey Club for all about day trading? G-Money, a lot of it is day trading, but there's some stocks that we do hold for longer than just a day. All right, depending on what the stock looks like on an end-of-day basis, but we try to get into them on an intraday basis. Good afternoon, Ramor. All right, so it looks like we don't have as many people as we normally do. It's, share the stream. There you go. Thank you, Koo, for putting that up there. Get more people here. Click on that link and share it. That's the only way right now, based upon what's going on with our alerting system, to get people here. All right, so just take a moment and do that. But I think I got a few fedoras. I think I'm going to try to make it a Fedora Friday. I'm going to get some more fedoras. I like the idea. Tell me, in the chat if you like the fedora. If you do, I'm going to keep it going. I think that's a good theme on Fridays. Laid back going into the weekend. Getting you guys set up with some trades. Go look at what's going on. If you do like the fedora, type a 1 in the room. All right? VV Nation, good to hear you, Glenn, on my day off. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn with 2 N's. You got to like that. All right, so I think that could be a good theme for Fridays, Fedora Fridays, but only if you like it. If you don't like it, then I won't do it. It's all about you guys. It's all about you guys and what you want. So as we look at the homepage on the mobile app, the top the market timing tells us what's going on. Palantir is holding, and I still hold Palantir, just like I still hold a half a position on NVDL, just so that you guys know. Always, I'm very transparent in the stocks that I do hold. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm pumping the stock in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But NVIDIA, I'm still long on NVIDIA. On NVDL, I only hold a half a position. I still like NVIDIA long term. And I think that the market is just going through some stuff right now. If we look at the guidance says today's market is somewhat bearish. VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time. Jeff came into the room automatically saying, let's take a look at contras, and that's what we're going to do. Skyper says, I sold everything most at open. I think that was not a bad play. But when we go to look at the VVC, there we go. Let's go look at the VVC. This is a 3-month graph. And interesting, thank you, Ramor. Interesting in that we could have been taking defensive measures prior to now. I am looking at 3 moving averages on a graph on the mobile app. I think that this is a good way to keep your eyes on what's going on in the market. You notice here, right here, where we had the 3 and the 8, my teal line is the 3, the darker line is the 8, the purple line is the 20. Notice that all moving averages were in play on 8/15 of 2024. Boom. We found a level of resistance. That should have been a red flag to let you know, something is going on. All right. Right about here, and the market could not take out that level of resistance. That was a good time to be defensive on stocks. Whether you take half off of the table or sell a covered call, buy a protective put, something along those lines. Look at this. One day after the last time it hit the level of resistance, the 3 and the 8 went negative. That's a good red flag, especially if you're out and about using the power of the program in your pocket, looking at a graph on the mobile app. The 3 and the 8 went negative. That's a good time, again, take half off the table. Now, someone said, well, I sold my positions at the open. That was Skyper. Notice back here, yesterday, Skyper, notice that the price of the composite, it was the 3 below the 8, below the 20-day moving average. That probably was a better day to take a lot off the table right there, number one. Number two, if you did not, today, like you did today, was a good day. Big down candle. The 3 is pulling further below the 8 and still below the 20. MACD went negative. Again, setting how you have your graphs set up makes a big difference in what you're seeing while you're not at your computer. And I think that that's important. So I'm looking end of day. As I look at this, go back to the home page. What else is going on? The primary wave is down. All right, there's the primary wave, all the calls on the primary wave. The primary wave went down on 9/3. For those of you who are a little bit more aggressive, that was a good time to take profits off the table. Looking at the green light buyer, it's neutral. All right, but look at the market go down. There's your neutral call right here. All right, but the market's gone down from that point. Let's go look at the DEW. Why is the DEW still up? That's because if I look at the graph, the DEW graph on the desktop, it shows me that the price is currently below the 30-day weighted moving average, but the DPO is still up. The DPO is still above 1. As soon as the DPO goes below 1, we'll get a down call there. And we calculated that the confirmed call, the earliest we can get a confirmed down call should be about next Tuesday. All right, the DEW is down at this moment, not a time for, there it is. So real time, looking at the desktop, you can get a flash of what's going on with the DEW. So if it stays this way, the market stays this way, the DEW will probably turn red. That will be 2 out of the 4 in the red. Tuesday may be 3 out of the 4 in the red. But looking at the market timing graph, looking at the VVC, when I clicked it at the top, we can clearly see the market was in some level of distress to at least protect profits or get out of, protect profits by selling half or getting out of it. Looks like we will be eating a McCrappy meal for a while. Not me. You know why? Because I'm making money. I took advantage of what the market, so Jazz, you know, I just showed you on the graph. I'm taking advantage of what the market was showing me. No matter what nobody else is saying out there, I think VectorVest puts the power of the program in your pocket. In that, you can see what's going on, especially looking at the VVC on a graph. to really get a feel of what's going on in the market, no matter what talking head is on TV saying whatever they want to say. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yes or no? Does that make sense to everybody in the room? And I need to slowly but surely get you out of the habit of listening to the talking heads influencing you on what to do. You've got the power of the VectorVest program in your pocket to always help you guys make your own decisions. And that is a sense of power right here. That and what I just said puts the power of the right things to do no matter what anybody else is saying. John says all the talking heads will be saying buy the dip and it keeps falling another 20%. I will never, well, there's sometimes I will tell you to buy the dip. All right, it's not very often, but there's got to be reasons behind it. There's got to be reasons behind it, not just me talking about it. Would you hold negative position going into Monday? So, Richard, to answer that question, you've got to answer a question for me. Where is your tolerance for pain? All right, and I think because everybody invests differently, Richard, everybody's answer is going to be different. So if you're in a negative position, what is your tolerance for pain? I'm going to answer that in a different way as well, Richard. Richard, do you have a trading plan? And if the answer is yes, follow your trading plan. If the answer is no, you need to create a trading plan. You need to trade the plan and plan your trades. So I think that is a better way to answer your question, Richard, is if you have a trading plan, trade your plan. If you're in a negative position and you say to yourself, if you got to think about it, most likely the chances are you probably want to get out of it. All right. AVGO earnings were excellent. Guidance was down, and that was what hurt AVGO in a big way. That's what hurt AVGO in a big way, is that the guidance was down. And Ramor is right. A lot of companies have been doing two things: guiding lower, number one, and number two, been laying off a lot of people. If you follow me on Twitter, I always tweet out when a new company or another company puts out that they're laying off people. And so that is key. And why are they laying off people? Because it's become very hard to do business with high interest rates. So what do they do to keep the bottom line in the black? They lay off people. They cut the fat where they can. So those are the two things that they're doing right now. And that's how companies are still reporting positive earnings. But you will see that a lot of the guidance going forward is tough. So that will affect the stock to the downside. I have a security which I hold and which I follow, VV Nation. So precautions on that. Again, trade your plan, plan your trades, trade your plan. 7 out of 10 job seekers are migrants with work permit. Prakash, that is a different conversation for a different time, not the platform for me to get into that here. I've got a lot that I want to say. Good gravy, I got a lot that I want to say. But this is not the place for me to do that. All right, it's not the place for me to do that. So if I'm looking at what's going on in the market, market's falling down, end of day, we are approaching a level of support, and guess what? We broke through it. I got another level of support here that we could get down to, and then I got another level of support here and another level of support here. But I am looking at the falling market, big red candle, full candle, very little wick at the bottom, and there you go. There you go. And the MACD is negative. With that all being said, what are you looking at? Jeff is right on point. Today is a good day to look at stocks to the downside. Would I short stocks yet? Probably not just quite yet. But if you're a little bit more aggressive, you can do it. Anant says, Glenn, how do you know this morning that the market will tank? I was looking at pre-market, what was going on in the market, what was affecting the market. The jobs number affected the market. AVGO earnings affected the market. So with all of that being said or not, when we do the Jockey Club in the morning, we are looking at the first half an hour or the last half an hour of pre-market, which starts at 8 o'clock. We start looking at the market at about 8:30 going into the open. Or we start at 8:30, but the market opens at 9:30. We're looking at what's going on in the market pre-market before the market starts to give us a sense of where the market should open. Hey, Glenn, I like using star search when picking contras. Thoughts? Yes, I wouldn't mind doing that. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about in a second. Caution: a lot of share spikes may only be company buybacks and not hold water on a solid foundation of uptick in business. So that's another things that a couple of other things that companies are doing to get more people to buy the stocks, either buying back the stock or raising dividends or splits. All right, so companies are, and I don't want to call it as creative ways. These are the tools that companies will use to make the bottom line look better. All right, so is it time to buy contras now, Amir? I'm on board with that, but I'm going to tell you that if you do take a contra, I don't know how long I want to hold them. I would play them on a day-over-day basis. Does everybody in the room understand that? Type a yes or a no. Does everybody understand that? I'm watching the market fall. I've got these levels of support. If they continue to fall down, I am of the mindset, if you still want to be a little bit more aggressive, take it. All it takes is one good up day, one good rebound day to wipe all of those contras off the table. All right, to wipe all of those contra gains off the table. I am of the mindset right now, I would take them on a day-over-day basis because volatility is high. All right, volatility is high. Be careful. All it takes is one good up day, and then the market could fall for the next 3 days. But that one good up day will take all of your wins of your contras off the table. All right, so let's go start with stock pick. We're going to the screener. I don't know what version, what level, price level that you have to have on the mobile app to have the screener tool. I don't know what level, but this is a good something to have because I can click on Explore Screen and all of my screens that I've got set up on the desktop, see right here where it says My Screens, I've got 169 screens that I've created on the desktop that I can use on the mobile app. That's cool. And I'm hoping that one of them is Star Search Contras. Get ready to find out in a second. Scroll. Star Search Contras. Look at that, Jeff. Who asked me about that? That was Johnny. So Johnny, I created a search on the desktop called Star Search Contras, where I can now see what contras are in the fast lane. But I created it on the desktop, and it transferred over to my mobile. Johnny, so there it is. All right, so let's go see what's there. Click on it. Let's go see what stocks are there. These should be none. So contras haven't moved enough to be in the fast lane yet. Thus the reason why I'm not comfortable holding them overnight. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, once I start seeing the contras come up in the fast lane by way of the search, then I'm a little bit more confident in holding them overnight. Does that tidbit of information make sense to everybody in the room? Type a yes or a no, because that's a very important piece of information to help you to truly understand whether or not you want to hold these contras overnight right now. All right, so Jeff, let's go see the design. DPO, ETS filtered out, price split adjusted greater or equal to 5, watch list equal to contra ETFs. Average, maybe it's the average volume. I got average volume set to 500,000. Maybe if I put that to average volume 100,000, that might be different. But I can't change it here. It won't let me. Ooh, maybe. Price crossed above the upper band, split adjusted, DPO, average volume. Wonder if I can't change it in the mobile. It doesn't look like I can change it in the mobile. It might be the average volume, Lee, It might be the average volume, Jeff. I'd have to look into that. But you're right. Probably if I did it in the desktop, I got to find out why it's not showing up here. And I think it's got to do with the average volume. I think. Let's do it this way. Let's go to stock pick ideas. Let's go to premium watch lists. Let's go to contra ETFs. Let's go take a look. And these are the wow, look at that. BERZ microsectors up 10%. Ooh-wee. Let's go see if there's any contras that I like today. Nice move. Look at BERZ, broke through that level of resistance. Let's go put a buy on that. Create a new alert. There's the high. I want to go 12 cents higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to put in an order right there. All right. What else do I like in here? SQQQ. Let's go put an alert on that. So right now we're looking at 72, 82, 84. Oh no, 972, 977, 5 cents higher than the high. I'm creating these alerts on the fly, Jeff. Creating these alerts on the fly. Ooh, let's go 12 cents, 32, 42, 44. 44. You see, I'm getting at 43, 44, which is 12 cents higher than where it is right now. Create. Let's go see if any of these hit. There's one on that. PSQ. $51, 61, 63. 12 cents higher. Create. Ooh-wee. Let's go see if any of these hit. PSQ, TWM. TWM, let's put an alert, create an alert. I want 65, 5 cents higher than the high. If we get into any, we're going to do it live. We're setting these alerts now. SRTY, SRTY, you ain't got no alibi. All right, let's go 76, 86, 88. It's 12 cents higher than the high. Create. What else is here? SRTY, RWM, no. SPXU. Those are non-leverage. I don't want that. No. DXD. SDAO. All right. Let's go see if any of these hit. Let's go to my alerts. I got no alerts hit yet. If any of these, we're going to put these into the portfolio for the mobile app coaching. So if they hit, we're going to get into them live. Yeah. Stock pick ideas. Let's go to premium watch list now. Let's go back to stock pick ideas. What's to the downside? Let's go featured screens. ETF bearish, we did that. Conservative. I don't think I would want. So now, for those of you who want to sell stock short, let's talk about that. Let's set an alert to the downside. Create a new alert. I would go down 12 cents. 92, 145.02, 145.04. Oops, no. I went the wrong way because I'm an idiot. I want to go down. So 65.55, 53, 144.53. Now this is to play to the downside. Notice that it says alert when price crosses below 144.53. We're going to create. That's to the downside. What else is here? Google. Wow, look at that. Let's go put another one on. This is for you guys who want to sell short. 73, 63, 61. Okay, create. These are for you guys who want to sell short. Now you're gonna make me want to go look. Let's go viewers. I'm gonna go to Unisearch. I'm on the desktop now because now you got me looking for this. Pro Trader, Star Search, bearish. I didn't create it. I'm in the Jockey Club folder, Jockey Club one. So I didn't create it there. I'd have to create it. I think I'm gonna have to find out why mine did not find those contras that are in the fast lane yet. I had to figure out why that is. Make sure earnings are going down on is in your shorts. Yes. Now it's interesting in the shorts that I'm looking at. That's a good thing. I do see earnings rising on IESC. Would I take a short on them right now? Lee? Yes. Short term, yes. IESC long term looks great, but what's price action showing me now? Price action is showing me that the price is going down now. Would I still take a short on it? The answer to that is yes, knowing that the market is going down. Does that make sense, Lee? I think long term, IESC is still a good stock, rising earnings. But if I'm looking at the price of the stock right now, let's go put this on a 3-month graph. I would take a short on that. I would take a short on that, but I still like the stock long term. Does that make sense, Lee? Does that make sense? Do basic subscriber have access to the Jockey folder? Answer to that is no. Rod says no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense that the short-term price action I can take advantage of, even though long-term I like it. I've done that on Tesla. Tesla, when Tesla was still relatively a super freaking hot stock, when it was going down, I played it short-term and took the downside and played the downside, even though I liked Tesla long-term. I like the same thing with IESC. I like it long-term, all right? But you know something, 80% of the stocks in the market move with the direction of the market. This is one of those stocks that's moving with the direction of the market. ISC 195 to 145, way too far down. This isn't Tesla. All right, listen. So, I do have a level of support right there. See that? If it breaks through that, then I was a genius for putting on the short position. But if I'm not comfortable doing it, then maybe I wait for it to drop through that level of support before I pull the trigger. Because chances are, just like Johnny Mathis, it's probably going to continue to fall, especially if the market as a whole is falling down. Too many stocks going down with earnings going down also. Again, all I'm saying is from this perspective, Rod, short term, the stock is not doing what I want it to do, which is go up in price. And as a matter of fact, it's going down. I wouldn't be afraid to put a short position on short term, even though earnings is rising. That's all I'm saying. All right. That is for both Lee and for Rod. Does that make sense now, Rod? Does that make sense now? That's the only. I didn't say I didn't like the stock long term, but short term, the stock is going down. The 3 to 8 is below the 3 to 8 and the 20. It's coming to a level of support. If that level of support holds, maybe I don't put the short on. Maybe I wait to see if it falls below that level to put the short on. Risky to short a stock that is oversold as it could bounce hard. Taboola, I don't disagree with you. But I'm playing, you know me, right? You know me. What do? I take what the market is giving me. And if I've got a question that it may bounce, I watch the stock. And if let's say I got short in IESC today. My first level, I'm looking to see whether or not I need to keep the short or not, is that level of support. If it bounces off that level of support, I take that short off the table and mitigate losses. Does that make sense, Taboola? I mitigate that loss quickly. But I'm managing it. I'm watching that short based on that level of support. If it falls through, I'm out. And guess what? I'm not going to lose a lot of money on playing that stock to the downside. But if it breaks through that level of support, I look like a genius. The stock goes down. There you go. What's the jockey option? Mike, give our product support staff a call. It is a day trading room that we have every day from 9 a.m. to 10:30. We look at the pre-market. We've got live portfolios, real VectorVest money portfolios that Steve and I and sometimes Jerry trade. And we walk through what's going on in the market, and we give. How many of you, again, real quick, just the people in the Jockey Club, how many of you are part of the Jockey Club? I need Mike to see how many of you are here. How many people are here that are part of the Jockey Club? Just type a 1 in the room. It is its own community, Mike, that we have. It's a fun room to be in. Some days we make money, some days we don't. It is what it is, and we take it. We take it. All right, so I just want Mark, how do we get to the Jockey Club? Prakash, give our product support staff a call. Give our product support staff a call. All right, so Mike, we don't have a ton of people here like we normally do, but the people who are answering will give you some semblance of who's here, that's here in the live stream as well in the Jockey Club. All right. And the portfolio, wow, look at the portfolio today. The three contras we got into, we're up 1.42%. I don't know if, they can't see that on this screen. I'd have to bring up another screen. Hold on. I'm going to try something. Oh boy. Let's do this. Everybody sit there, just sit there for a second. Let's go to, there we go. You can see it. Here's the portfolio today, 1.43%. All right, we're up 1.43%. All of these positions we got into today. We got into them today. UVXY, we're up 13.5%. This is a portfolio worth about $10,000 of real money. We're down overall. We are down overall, but a nice little rebound today with contras. And probably by the end of the day, I'm probably going to take what we have off the table because I want you to follow the same guidance that I'm giving you. I'm probably going to play these contras just today. And if the market continues to go down on Monday, we can reload up with some more contras. All right? But you're right. Anything can happen over the weekend, and Monday start off with a big update. All of this will go away. All of this will go away. That's not what I want to have happen. But nice move up today. This is just an intraday move. Nice move up today. So just wanted to give you a taste of sort of kind of like what we do in the Jockey Club. All right, now let's go back to the mobile stream. There we go. All right, that was a great question. Thank you for that question, but a lot of interest of people looking. Give our product support staff a call. Give our product support. San Francisco says 2, but want to join. What subscription do you need? You need to have real time. You've got to have real time in order to have the Jockey Club. And then you've got to get the Derby. I think we run a special for 1 month. Give our product support staff a call, okay? Give our product support staff a call. All right. What else is in this list? Google, we looked at these. These were the stocks that we were possibly looking at to play. We don't have a Discord. I don't know if we'll ever have a Discord. I don't know if that fits our community, but we don't have a Discord, Mike. Not at this time. And I don't know. Terry says, what do you mean by contras? Those are contrarian funds, contrarian exchange traded funds. That means that when the market goes down, these contrarian exchange ETFs go up in value. So you can take advantage of a downward trending market with a contra ETF without having to sell short or buy puts or sell a covered call. All right. Amir says, you think Maker may rebound that? What? Before it closes today? What's Maker? You think what? Type that in again, Amir. Type that in again. So that was for those that want to be a little bit more aggressive and find stocks to sell short. You got it right here. You got it right here. Again, I would not put you. Oh, we got alerts. We got alerts. This is on the short side. I don't have a short portfolio. My portfolios, create, portfolio name. Let's call it, I'm just going to call it short portfolio. Short portfolio. I'm going to put $10,000. This is going to be a paper trading portfolio, folks. 1, 2, 3. Create portfolio. All right. Let's go to alerts. I'm going to put it view stock detail. I don't need to do that. Do I need to do that? No. Let's add to portfolio. Put this into, I just created it. Short portfolio. Sell short. Spend $1,000. Add to portfolio. All right. We just started us a short portfolio. I don't want to go right to it now. What was my other alert? Google. I went to the 3 dots in the top right. Add to portfolio. Put this into short portfolio. Sell short. Spend 1,000. Going okay. Add to portfolio. Let's go see. Now we just started us up a short portfolio. What happened to the other stock? Didn't I just put it in there? What the flying flip? Didn't I just put that in there? Google. Add to portfolio. Short. Spend $1,000. Sell short. Add to portfolio. Yes. How come the Google didn't go in? That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Now it is. All right, so now we just started a paper trading portfolio called short portfolio. And we saw 2 stocks that we liked on the short side. And bingo, bango, boingo. How cool is that? So how many of you thought that we were going to do some day trades today? But right now we are. Right now we are, and we're doing it. I created the portfolio right in the mobile app and added 2 stocks into the portfolio right from the mobile app. All right, so we'll see how this works out. There is a portfolio, though. My portfolios, there is a portfolio for the mobile app. Mobile app picks. This portfolio is up 7.69%. Still holding a stock, RTX. RTX, not half bad. These are stocks that we've picked up over the year or so. It's up 7.69%. We haven't done much with it lately, though. Please give your opinion on T-Mobile and Verizon. T-Mobile and Verizon. Let's go look at T-Mobile. I like the stock, bottom left, top right on a 1-year graph. What do I don't like right now? And right now, coming right off this level of resistance, look at today. It's below, the 3 is below the 8, and the stock is below the 20. What would I do on this? If you like the stock long-term, which I do like the stock long-term, let's go back to a 1-year graph. Look at the rising earnings. Look at the rising price. I do like this long-term. Fundamentally sound, relative value, relative safety, both above 1, CI above 1, VST above 1, and it's undervalued. Oh, now the alert hits. That's interesting. All right, now the alert hits. We're probably going to get a bunch of people in now. Now the alert hits, but I do like the stock long term. Comes back to that scenario. I'm not going to trade my heart. I'm going to trade the chart. If I'm in T-Mobile right now, I'm ready to take half off the table. I'm ready to. If the market really wants to look like it wants to go down, I might take the position of this off. All right, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the MACD. Price action is telling me I might be willing to take that off the table. What was the other one? You said that and Verizon. Let's go look at Verizon, VZ. Look at it on a 1-year graph. You know, the graph doesn't look as sharply higher as T-Mobile, You notice that it's a little bit of a sideways move on Verizon on a 1-year graph. What else I don't like about Verizon? Look at the earnings per share. You know what else I don't like compared to T-Mobile? It's overvalued. You know what else I don't like compared to T-Mobile? Look at the RV and RS, both below 1. Fundamentally not as solid as T-Mobile. Now, VST below 1 on a scale between 0 and 2, we're looking at with 9,000 stocks below. If I had to make a decision, I would prefer to have T-Mobile. But going back to T-Mobile, would I want to still hold it right now? And the answer is price action is just recently coming off the top. It's below the 3, the 3 is below the 8, and it's below the 20. T-Mobile is the better pick for me. But even price action right now is telling me I might want to take that off the table. Does that make sense with everybody? VZ just bought Frontier Communication for $20 billion. But I'm looking at U12, I'm looking at the graph. I'm not trading my heart, I'm trading my chart. My chart tells me no. And maybe Verizon needed to do that because did you see the earnings on that stock? They needed to do something to get out of the doldrums. Maybe this purchase was just the right way for them to do that. Going back to VZ, remember, it's moving sideways. But the earnings per share, I love that they bought. That's great. What have they done for me lately? Does that make sense, U12? What have they done for me lately? And that's the way I will explain that. The news is the news. But does it equate into a situation where I want to be in the stock right now? Not really. Going back to looking at T-Mobile, I'd rather have T-Mobile than I have Verizon. But even with that being said, price action is telling me, hey, slow down, partner. You may not want it right now. You may like it long term, but right now may not be the time to be in it. Now, guess what I just did? I used the power of the VectorVest mobile app to make that decision without having to listen to somebody talk about why they don't like or like T-Mobile versus Verizon. You did that on your own. And that's what I mean by the power of the program in your pocket. I don't have to depend on nobody else. And Amir, I like those two stocks that you gave me. Now, Prakash says Verizon dividends. If the dividends are not willing, it's overvalued. Look at the earnings growth rate, negative. Earnings yield, where's the dividend yield? Dividend yield 6.4. Earnings yield. No, it's another thing. Even about, hold on. Yeah, all right, the earnings yield is higher than the dividend yield. That's fine. The dividend safety is at 48. The dividend growth is at 9. The dividend is 266, which is for the year. You got to break that down quarterly. Man. If the dividend doesn't outweigh the stock's price decline or the flatness, then it's not worth it. T-must have fallen out of the fast lane. I'm out. I don't know. I can't see the fast lane on the mobile app, unfortunately. I can't see it on the fast lane. The chart's telling me no, but my body, there you go, Tabula. The chart's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. When I look at T-Mobile, I don't want to have to guess. I do see something wrong with being in T-Mobile right now. All right? I see something wrong in being in T-Mobile right now. I see something wrong. I got the fedora on, yeah, but I don't want to be R. Kelly. I'm just saying, I don't want to be associated with R. Kelly. I'm just saying. All right. So I like the stocks that you gave me. There you go. Tabula said bars. What's wrong with T-Mobile? Nothing's wrong with it. I love the stock, but price right now, Amir is telling me I might want to take that off the table. And you know, another problem that a lot of people have when they're in stocks, and tell me if this has been you. How many of you have held a stock way too long and given your profits back? Just type a 1 in the room. So Amir, watch the chat. How many of you have been in that situation where you held a stock way too long and gave your profits back? Type a 1 in the room. So Amir, what the chat is telling you is what I'm trying to tell you what's going on with T-Mobile right now. Skyper, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. For everybody, instead of typing 1s right now, type a Y, and actually type a W in the room for win. Type a W in the room for the super chat that we just got. Thank you so much for that, Skyper. Okay, should we sell all our... I'm not telling you to sell your telephones. What's that got to do with anything? What is that got to do with selling your telephones? I didn't say nothing about that. All I'm saying is look at the price action coming down this close off the most recent level of resistance. Look at that. That's all I'm saying, Amir. But you see all of those 1s come into the room? And I think a lot of times that happens to you, Amir, that you hold the stock. If you got a profit in the stock right now, and you might do, don't give it back. You know what's a good... Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to put some VectorVest in it. Dr. DeLito has always said, never lose more than half of what you've made on a stock. And can I get an amen for that? Never lose more than half of what you've made on the stock. That will keep you protected each and every time, Amir. So you said no profit yet. Okay? Then right now, let's mitigate your loss. No profit yet? Let's mitigate your loss so it doesn't become into a big loss. See the amens coming in? Never lose more than half of what you've made on a position, ever. If you do that, you'll never get caught on the losing side, or if you are on the losing side, it'll be a much smaller loss. Okay? Dr. D, I remember way back, was an advocate of trading long and short in the market. By all means, you know markets go down faster than they go up. Do you know you can make a lot of money faster in a downtrending market than you can in an uptrending market? Because stocks go down faster than they go up. And if you're not comfortable trading options or buying stocks short, contras is the way to go. Contras is the way to go. Let's go back to that portfolio. Mobile, what is it? Short portfolio. What are we doing? We're up about 0.2%. We just put the 2 shorts. We actually shorted 2 stocks. We didn't even buy contras. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to stock pick ideas. Let's go to premium watch list. Let's go to contra ETFs. Didn't I put any? I did. I put alerts on these. All right. No alerts have hit yet. I did put alerts on contras. If they hit, they're going to go into your mobile portfolio, which is the mobile app picks. Remember, we only hold 1 stock in there. But I'm willing to put some contras if they hit the alerts. All right, that's the way I look at it. Oh, we got an alert. Alert on what? SRTY. There we go. We're going to go to SRTY. We're going to go add it to the portfolio. Put that into the mobile app. Where is it? Mobile app picks. I want to buy long. I want to spend $1,000. Add to the portfolio. Boom, let's go. So we were holding RTX, and now we're going with contras. We're hedging. We're going with contras. SRTY is in there. Bingo. I mean, today, I don't think anybody thought we were going to be day trading today, but guess what? We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Hopefully, we're going to do it well. Right now, we're just doing it. Joyful says, hi, Glenn. Good morning. Would you please? All right, let's go. Hold on. Let's go look at Let me write these down. MSTRETHERITM and CTO. Let me go take a look at these. All right, let's go take a look at these. Oh, we got another alert. BERZ hit. All right. Remember, we set alerts on these. Add to portfolio. Put this into the mobile. Where is it? Mobile app picks. Buy long. Spend 1,000. Add to the portfolio. I'll go look at it. So now we picked up 2 contras today in the mobile app portfolio, which is up overall 7.68%. Look at the equity curve too. All right, let's go back to my watch list. I don't want to do that. I do. Let's go look at MSTR. What do I think? Ooh, stock's going down. It's below the 3, 8, and 20. And the earnings per share is getting negativer. It's getting more and more negativer. I don't see anything that I like about that stock. I don't see anything that I like. Put this on the 3-month graph. There's nothing that I like about that stock. It's below the 3. The 3 is below the 8, and it's all below the 20. There's nothing that I like about that stock. All right, let's go look at ETHE. Ethereum. I'm waiting for waiting for crypto to get back over 60K. Till that happens, I think crypto is going to just be moving down. It's not far from the 3-month low. It's not far from the 3-month low. I'd be careful with that. Let's go look at RITM. RITM. Look at that. 1-year graph. Undervalued. I like undervalued. Relative value above 1. Relative safety below 1. This is more of an aggressive play. RT is above 1. All right, so the stock is trending higher. Overall, it is trending higher. Just a few days off of the 1-year high. Put some 3-month graph. Whew. Same scenario. If you own it, I know that the 3 is below the 8 and broke through a level of support, but it's still above the 20. If you still own it right now, I'd be okay if you're still holding it, or you take half off the table because it broke through a level of support. It's still above the 20-day, but moving down. Take some of that profit off the table, folks. Take some of that profit off the table. MACD is just getting to the negative. Yep. It's coming off 1, 2, 3, 4 days off the level of resistance up here. Yep. I would take half off the table if you're until it falls below the 20. All right, what else do you got up here? CTO. Let's go peep that out. CTO. 1-year graph. A lot of these stocks are showing me the same thing. Remember, 80% of the stocks move with the movement of the market. The market's pulling down. Notice that a lot of these stocks are pulling down. 3-month graph in a channel. All right, the 3 and the 8 and the 20, they still are all in play. I'd give you a hard stop on CTO at that level of support. That's a hard stop right now. Now, the stock is just moving sideways. If you're not making any money on the stock, I would say it's okay to get out of it. See the wick on yesterday's candle stopped right at resistance? And look at the candlestick formation today. The 2 candlestick formation is forming what we call a bearish engulfing pattern. That's bearish. So if you own it, I wouldn't be afraid to take it off the table. It's sitting in a channel and it's got more bearish tendencies than not. Let me go look at AGX. Let's go peep that out. Let's go look at AGX. Let's go see. It's up 25% today. Big gap up. No. Why? Look at the big wick on today's candle. What is that? That's called profit taking. Now, there's probably some news that hit. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. Let's go check the news. What's the news on this? Something moved it up to 25%. 13 minutes ago. Why small cap stock Argon? Is that what it is? To a 52-week high. Let's go look at that story. Absolutely crushed the markets on Friday. Argon, which primarily builds energy plants like natural gas power and renewable energy, It was earnings. It was earnings. Now, with that being done, with that being said, anybody want to still buy into that stock based off of that news? Type a yes or a no in there. Does anybody still want to buy into that stock based on the news? Yes or no? While you're answering that question, I'm going to go look at Coca-Cola. While you're answering that question, let's, no, cancel, because I'm going to do one other thing. Let's go look at the 1-year graph on it. The stock is fairly valued. All right, let's go see what VectorVest says about it. RV, RS, both above 1. RT, fundamentally sound. Good earnings per share. It's an earnings play. You make the call. I don't like the profit taking on it. Normally, if the news is good, the earnings are good, the wick wouldn't be that big at the top of that candle. That means people will say, man, I'm taking my money and leave, driving the stock's price lower. Just be careful. All right, now I'm going to go look for Coca-Cola. KO. What do I see? Love the graph. Bottom left, top right, rising earnings. It is overvalued. RV is below 1. The stock makes money, though. Relative safety above 1. RT above 1. CI above 1. Earnings growth is only 4%. Earnings yield is 4%. What's the dividend yield? Yeah, the earnings yield outpaces the dividend yield. From a dividend perspective, I like it. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Ooh, what just happened? Look at the 3 and the 8. This is only the 3rd day off of the top of the stock. You got a decision to make. Technician, look at the MACD, just went negative. I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table, folks. I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table right there, folks. I got a profit in this. Look at that move. Look at that beautiful move on a 3-month graph. I wouldn't be afraid. That's 2 days down. The 3 is right there at the 8. It's still above the 20. If you want to give the stock more room, I'd wait to see if it falls below the 20. That's really giving it some more room. Right now, though, given the market's condition moving down, the stock going down for 2 days in a row, I might want to take half off the table. But remember, don't give back more than half of what you've made. What else is up there? I have a feeling the market will bounce hard on Monday morning. And you know something? That's why on the contras that I'm in the jockey club, I'm probably getting out of them by the end of the day. There was another stock up here. Forget. SMCI. SMCI. Let's take a look at that. I'm not feeling that. That stock. Prior to the Hindenburg report, this is a 1-year graph, prior to the Hindenburg report. And here's another situation. Earnings is rising. Earnings is going up. Look at price action. Price action's got to play a role in your decision. It's got to. Because the stock is, said, well, earnings is good, it's going to go up. And then you look at it here. Well, earnings is good, it's going to go up. Earnings is good, it's going to go up. Earnings is good, it's going to go up. You got to use, that's why I got the moving averages. That's why I got my moving averages to help me to make a better decision. I do like, relative value, relative safety above 1. Fundamentally, this is a sound stock. It's been affected by the news. The news is affecting the price action. The price action should have been taken into consideration in making a decision. Palantir, let's go peep that out. PLTR. I own Palantir. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Ooh. I'm going to give you a hard line in the sand if you're still in it, and I'm giving it for me as well. If Palantir falls below that level of support, I'm pulling it off the table. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? Does that see that level of support? Today's wick went there. Today's wick went there, but it's not there now. But if it closes below that level of support, even I am taking Palantir off the table. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I am now, for all those who are trading Palantir, I am giving you a hard line in the sand on when to get out of that stock. Even me. Trending down, from that high. If I could draw a trend line, it's trending lower, and I do have a solid level of support. All right, there you go. I'll take a look at one more stock, CON. Oh, that's it. That's all the information I got on it. You know what I don't like about this stock? Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks at the top of these candles. Look at the wicks on the top of these candles. I'm not feeling that. I'd be careful with it. How about that? Not that I'm not feeling that. The 3, the 8, and the 20 are all in play. But look at the big wicks on the top of those candles. Ritman, I'm not feeling, how about this? I'd be very careful with it. But the 3, the 8, and the 20 are all in play. MACD is there. I'm just telling you to be careful with it. Ritman, be careful with it. All right? When I see all these high bases fail, it reminds me of 2021, 2022 before we fell. I think that, remember, if you've heard me more than once say, I think that a soft landing is off the table. I think a soft landing is off the table. I think we go into a recession after we start cutting. And that could make me sound like I'm a negative Nelly. I'm okay with that. I just know that historically, September's a bad month. I know that once the Fed starts cutting rates, it sends a level of panic to the market that the economy is in dire straits. It is. All right. Am I in Palantir selling a put at below? Wow. Joyful. Thank you. Another W in the chat. Another W in the chat for Joy for You. Thank you very much for the super chat. I love that. All it does is tell me, guys, that you guys appreciate what we're trying to do. I'm looking at your stocks. I'm looking at your stocks on the fly. I have got no agenda behind any of these stocks. I'm giving you the honest stuff that I can give you. Shallow or deeper recession, that I don't know. Troy, I don't know. And I don't know enough to give you that answer. I don't know enough to give you that. Bill says maybe panic, maybe not. Bill, we all know that the Fed comes to the party late each and every time. And by the time he's already ready to cut rates, the economy is already poopy. Question, so what has happened to the market once we first start cutting? I think short term we'll be fine, but I think within 3 to 6 months, we get into a level of recessionary stuff. When rate cut happens, any thoughts on opening Q puts? Remember, short term, I think we are going to be like, whoo, we cut the rates, yeah, and then the reality kicks in of what's going to happen. Inflation is going to go on the rise again. People are going to have money. It's going to be easier for people to borrow money. Companies are going to be able to borrow money again at a lower interest rates. People are going to be able to buy homes at a lower mortgage rate. It's going to be spendable money. Spendable money means people are going to spend it. People spending the money, inflation becomes a problem again. Does it go back up to 9? Hell no, I don't think that happens. But inflation does creep its ugly head back into the market, into the economy. STZ, one last stock. I got to go. You got to stop giving me all these stocks. Oh, wait. Joy for You. I needed to get a stock from you. That was my fault. You gave me the super chat. I needed a stock from you. That was my fault. And Skyper, I need a stock from you if you hadn't already get it. Brother, when you get a chance, please look at I can't look at that many. I'm at 1 o'clock. I'm over 1 o'clock, Joy 4. But I'm going to take a look at Siri for you. STZ, I do like the bounce. I do like the rising earnings. It's undervalued. I don't know what happened to this is food stuff, right? It's a hold recommendation, put it on a 3-month graph. I do like the bounce, but what scares me about it is the market's situation. Look at the wicks at the top of these two candles, some selling pressure. Be careful with stars, with constellations. Be careful. If we break above that level of resistance, the stock's going to have more upside. But given the market's conditions, just be careful. Just be careful. And Joy 4, I'm going to take Siri. Sirius XM. All right, let's go see what it says. Ooh, no, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. That stock is just going down, down. It is an undervalued stock. Relative value at 1, relative safety below 1 means the company doesn't always meet or exceed earnings. RT below 1, stocks in a downtrend, as you can see. Comfort index at 0.47. Put this on a 3-month graph. I'm not feeling this stock. Broke through another, yeah, and it's got another level of support to get to down here. This is broke through every level of support. Just going. MACD is negative. There's nothing that I like about Sirius right now. Seriously. Sometimes that crack me up. All right. Oh, I got another alert. QID. Let's go put that into your portfolio. Put that into the mobile apps. Buy, spend $1,000. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to put stops on these. Look at that. So 1 out of the 3 is going up today. SRTY is going down. I am going to put stops on these. Probably going to put like a trailing 7% stop on these, just so that you know. I'm going to go to a trailing 7% stop on these. Why are you talking about GME? Why are you talking about meme stock? Sigh. News on GME. Why would I want to touch GME? Why? Just tell me why. Big level of support. Not a lot of action. Positive MACD. Let me zoom in even more. There's nothing that I like. The bars are so small. Let's go back. I want to see the volume on this. Where's volume? A lot of shares. A lot of average volume. A lot of shares. I don't know what the news is all about, but I don't know if it makes me feel warm and fuzzy about this, Walter. Do you? Do you feel warm and fuzzy? I don't feel warm and fuzzy about this, and it is overvalued. All right. All right. You know something? We looked at a lot of stocks today. We talked about what's going on in the market. I feel like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Well, neighbor, we looked at a lot of stocks today. We understand what's going on in the market. We see that the jobs number came in and people were affected by it. The market's going down. And we've also determined that you should never take more than half, you should never lose more than half of what you've made on the stock, and just go with the flow. Don't trade with your heart, trade with the chart. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look at the stocks. You wish you could. Be in now, be in later. Would you be my alligator? Bye, neighbor. All right, folks, I got to go. Of course, you know I just made that up on the fly. That's because that's what I do. That's my talent. That's my talent, baby. It's all about having fun. But the serious game is about making money in the market. I try to do everything that I can to help you to use the power of the mobile app. Power of the mobile app in your pocket to help you guys make decisions that you don't have to watch TV for. That's what it's all about. All right. With that, folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. We're experiencing great fall weather here in North Carolina. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I think I'm going to use my my smoker this weekend. It's not going to be too hot. I think I'm going to try to use my smoker this weekend. Glenn, did you get a new tablet? Yeah, for the office. This is the office tablet. This is the office tablet. We did get a new tablet. All right. So with that being said, I like the Eddie Murphy. Kill my neighbor. What was that? Kill my neighbor. Would you be Mr. Yeah, I used to like that. All right, folks, have a great weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Remember, if you're going to take any of those contras, be careful with them because it might be right. We may get a big bump up on Monday. All those contras that we're looking at now will go to the wayside. So just be careful. Don't be afraid to take some little wins today. On a day like today, don't be afraid to take some little wins today. Folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, Fedora Friday. Aloha to all the peeps all over praying for all the peeps all over the world. Folks, always remember, look out for each other, help each other. If we do more of that, we'll have a better society. Odabo, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.